Hey guys, Jace from the Glitter Guy here, and today we are going to be doing the June Quack Pack craft. Super excited about this one, botanical theme. What we have is a watering flower spritzer and a little decorative shovel. So stick around and find out how we craft these up. Also, we can do the shovel a little bit. The keychain, I've made previous videos on how the keychain's done in former Quack Packs if you guys want to go back and review those. First thing that I wanted to do was get my threads taped so that I know I don't get anything in there, on there, around there that's gonna make this not close anymore, function. That's just like the first thing I want to do, because I will get so sidetracked that I'll forget to do that, and then I'll be like, boop, glue and epoxy all over it. What I thought, as soon as I got these, would be a really awesome thing to do for the bottom would be a glitter butt. One, I never done one. Two, this is just like asking for it. I got this nice little reservoir down the bottom here. I don't need to have any extra tools, anything. All I need to do is just scuff her up, mix up some epoxy, put her in there. So that's what we're gonna do. Got a little bit of sandpaper. Just wanna scuff. All right, got my measuring cup. Do equal parts. Project Epoxy is a 1-to-1 epoxy resin. Get up in there. Pot B, mix and stick. So if you guys are curious at all about the blue hue that Project Epoxy has, that is intentional. We engineered the epoxy to have a very slight blue hue that helps counteract any yellowing. Yellowing is inevitable. You can have UV blockers all day long. Yellowing of epoxy is an inevitability. So we engineered ours specifically to have a slight, very slight blue hue, which you can only really see when it's just sitting in a bottle stacked on itself, because you're just kind of really accentuating that hue. When you mix it, it looks a lot more clear than it did in the bottle, and when you apply it, it is even clearer still. Your layers are thinner and thinner, and when it cures, it is absolutely crystal clear. There is no blue. You guys will absolutely see after we apply and it's all done. I'm going to do a blue glitter butt, and the epoxy, when you're mixing, the more vigorously you mix it, the more bubbles you're going to induce into it. So you can either let it sit and degas a little bit to let some of them bubbles go. Our formula has excellent bubble release technology in there. Once you get it applied to the project and let everything start leveling out, you can hit it with the torch or alcohol a little bit as the curing process goes to help it some. But I'm telling you right now, it comes out fantastic. So we're gonna put some blue glitter up in here. Actually, I'm gonna do a mix. We'll do Clark and Neverland. All right. So I mixed 2 ounces here, guys. You can see I have a little bit to spare. If I had my keychain at the ready, I'd say 2 ounces would definitely be about the perfect amount if I wanted to use the same mix on both. You just kind of want it to sit on its lid and be level. When I did my other one, what I was doing was I was just grabbing like a little piece of paper and shimming up a side if it seemed to not be sitting too level. There we go. All right, I'm gonna get our little torch going. Pop the bubbles. And I'm gonna let this glitter butt cure, guys. It's gonna be, seconds in your world. In my world, this will be tomorrow. And we will get to the rest of the design, so stick around. Alright guys, so it is the next day. Our glitter butt is nice and cured. I just went ahead, the only thing that I did, just because I was trying to speed up the process a little bit, I used some pop of color, neon green, to base out the rest of my spritzer before we do the glitter. So I was hoping that because I started this ahead, that my paint would be completely dry, but it's still smidgen on the wet side. So maybe we can just glitter the wetness? Let's just glitter the wetness and see how it goes. Impatient crafting, and it always ends super well, right? So I'm using Neverland that came in a box. Even if you guys see the big brush strokes that I have, I was using this bad boy. Alright, so for the arm, I'm sure that a lot of people are going to ask me, how do I attach this to a turner? I am just kind of ingenuitive. Like, I'll come up with anything that's around me. The first one that I made, the blue one, I held on with, I don't even know what this is supposed to attach normally. This is one of the attachments that Sarah has for one of her Dino's turners. Fit it in there and wrapped a bunch of tape around it. Like, I got all kinds of tape here for that. So what I did with this one was, this is an arm that has no attachment at the end, and what I noticed is the diameter is like almost the same as the opening for the spritzer. So what I did was I took my saw and cut relief slits on either side so that it can pinch that little bit, and I was able to just shove it right in the end, and then I just put some tape to stabilize and to protect the threads. If we need to, I can always like do a more thorough of how I did that, but it's pretty self-explanatory, and it's not the only thing. You know, there's definitely some other options that you can kind of MacGyver. Next step, I'm going to get this bad boy on our turner. Just for the sake of time, I'm going to use UV resin for this layer so that I can get my decals on, but absolutely should use the crystal cast that comes with the box. I should be letting everything dry. Like I said, impatience. We are impatient crafting. Let's get the light on it. All right, we have a cured layer of glitter. We're gonna get to our decals, crack open decal pack here. I'm going to, for the decal, or I'm sorry, for the keychain, I'm thinking that I wanted to use this full one here. There's little ones on the back. Nice and simple for this one. Get her back on the turner. I also want to prep the shovel. I was going to go with something pretty simple for the shovel, and I just want to be able to prop it up. So maybe if I just hang it over like that, that's probably enough. Pop of color, royal blue shock paint. I'm going to put that. I don't need that much of it. I only want to do the tip of this shovel. Alright, now while the paint is wet, guys, I hope you don't think I double dipped my paint. If you see the green on the brush, I did not. This is dry green. We're going to use Quack. Alright, we're going to let that paint dry for a little bit. There's just one more decal that I really enjoy on here. Put a thin layer of epoxy on that when I go to mix this, but I don't want to do that until this paint is dry. Okay, so we have our glitter dry. Spray sealed it a little bit just so that I can speed up this process. We are ready to mix our epoxy. Mix 2 ounces. I will likely have a bunch left over. Honestly, I can't find my smaller measuring cup, so this is my smallest increment. So we got our stir stick. We start. All right, got our mix. Turn her on. Get to applying. Good. For our shovel, we're just going to apply a nice thin layer. Alright, we got our nice thin coat on there. I'm going to just let that rest here. We got this bad boy turning. Alright, grab my torch.
Just some light bubbly popping.
Guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed this craft. This was definitely by far, so far, my favorite craft of any of the ones that we've done to date. So definitely, I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, stay subscribed. If you guys are just stumbling upon this, get subscribed. All the links are down below for anything that you should need for that. And yeah, thanks.